with a play like that, especially when he makes a game-saving catch on the road trip. How do you handle it?
Wow. Old school Dbacks jersey. This was our alternate jersey that we wore on Saturdays. I was the first team to wear the new colors. They called it Sedona Red. Don't mess up that color. Every time I wore this jersey, I would wear the high socks, black jersey, black hat. I just thought it was a really smooth look, and this is one that I'll never forget.
It's time for the great mascot race. Ready, set, go. And they're on. They're neck and neck. Look at them go, folks. The crowd loves it. Down the home stretch. It's too close to call. Here's the play at the plate. It's Mr. Redlegs. Congratulations. You won the great mascot race.
I want to see what J.J. does in these spots. Down 2 strikes.
In the air center. Mullins on the run. Still going back. J.J. Weatherholt homers in his debut. Incredible.
Just goosebumps right now at Busch Stadium. You could not have written that any better. 0-2, dead center field, 425-foot shot. My goodness.
How fast can you fall in love, St. Louis?
West Wilmington, Ohio.
Hi, it's Dan Horde. Cincinnati weather is relentless. The ice, the snow, the summer humidity. Your home's exterior can take a beating. What if your siding was made to stand strong through it all? Hardy fiber cement siding is engineered for our climate. It resists cracking in the freezing cold and won't swell in the summer heat. You get the timeless beauty of wood with lasting protection and low maintenance. Your home deserves the #1 brand of siding in North America. Learn more at jameshardy.com. That's jameshardy.com.
Welcome back to our pregame chat with Reds manager Terry Francona. Tito, Zach Maxwell has been throwing the ball better. You know, you and I talked about that it's been better lately, and he put up a scoreless inning. However, he made it a little more adventurous, I'm sure, than you would like. Is that kind of a 2 steps forward, 1 step back type of inning?
Yeah, you know, you're right. It's hard because you did get out of it, which is great, but now we may not have him for a couple days. You know, that's 34 pitches, and it's just, you know, as he learns, and I think he's gonna, you know, the stuff is there. He does a lot of things right. You know, it's hard to run on. You know, I think people see the big body coming in, and they're like, well, he's going to be slow to the plate. He's anything but that. But he's still learning. And even pitch selection, sometimes he'll get a fastball by somebody, and then he'll throw a breaking ball. That's all part of the learning process.
Does going through an inning like that yesterday, can that be part of the learning process too? Like having to trust his stuff when it gets down to crunch time, can you almost build on that even a little bit so you don't get into the jam next time?
Well, it needs to, for sure. Every time these guys go through stuff, it needs to be, or we're not doing it right. And again, can't just beat guys over the head, but we want them to learn and get better for sure, or we're not going to get better.
You've got Edwin Arroyo in the leadoff spot today. He's kind of been a young, exciting player that's come up here. What do you like about him up there?
Well, you know, Freddie and I sit here after every night, and we try to figure out, okay, what's our best batting or what's our best lineup, and then, I mean, where are we going to play him positionally, and then where do we put him? And because Dunn wasn't playing, we're like, you know what? We wanted to have some lefties against this guy, and since he's a switch hitter, and I think he's got the confidence, and he's used to hitting at the top of the order in AAA, we thought a game there might do him some good.
That's Reds manager Terry Francona. It's Game 2 of the Reds and Diamondbacks coming up shortly. It's got more of the pregame show next on the Reds Radio Network.
How does one of baseball's most celebrated plays connect to one of baseball's most notorious curses? Through a cross-country move, an earthquake, and the Man of Steel? Find out on Hall of Fame Connections.
It was a defensive play so iconic that we simply call it the catch.
This is the glove Willie Mays had when he made that catch. This is great.
But let me touch it for a second.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oakland pitcher Dave Stewart was named the World Series MVP.
It really comes from like the kings of Siam would give their courtiers white elephants, which were sacred animals, and they'd be too expensive again to maintain. It would put them into financial ruin.
They need to know this story. That's amazing.
Nobody could steal a base like Ricky.
I'm the greatest of all time. Thank you.
So imagine making steals in these, though.
So these are Ty Cobb's
And these
cleats.
are Ty Cobb's.
So what I want to know is, were they ever swabbed for the DNA of opposing pitchers?
Roberts is no stranger to stolen bases himself.
That's what makes him special, is that everybody knew he was going to steal.
Roberts is going. Safe.
You know what they say? One great play deserves another. Catch every episode of Hall of Fame Connections on MLB.tv and discover your own connections to the game at baseballhall.org.
They say it's a game of numbers, pero el flow es completamente otra ciencia. Esto es flow mayor.
The Reds are on the radio.
This is the Reds Radio Network.
The world's largest Christian music festival is coming to the Ark Encounter, July 28th through September 5th in Williamstown, Kentucky. 40 days of live music from artists including Jeremy Camp, Crowder, Kane, and Matthew West, along with Southern Gospel, Bluegrass, and Christian country favorites. There's something for everyone. All concerts are free with Ark Encounter admission. Don't miss 40 days of Christian music. Go to arkencounter.com.
Reds fans, bring your family and friends and save big on concessions with Budweiser 3-2-1 Tuesdays. For all Tuesday Reds home games, fans can enjoy select $3 beers, $2 Bar S hot dogs, and $1 ice cream cups. This grand slam of a deal includes something for everyone. Get your tickets for Budweiser 3-2-1 Tuesdays at Reds.com/Tuesday.
Think a printer is just a printer? Think again. Today's multifunction printers store sensitive data, connect to your network, and can be a prime target for hackers. At Modern Office Methods, Cincinnati's authorized RICO dealer, they help you secure your devices with advanced encryption and authentication controls. Mom protects your data with automated deletion of stored documents and detects threats in real time with built-in security alerts. Visit momnet.com to secure your print environment today. Modern Office Methods, secure technology for a secure workplace.
What's better than Reds baseball? What about Reds baseball with the unmistakable crunch of Utz potato chips? Get some as part of the Kroger meal deal.
The MLB app. Yeah, it's got game. This game. These games. All the games. Pre-game, post-game, and everything in between. This is baseball your way. With real-time stats, scores, breaking news, and custom content that hits every time. Because you choose the teams and pick the players you want to follow. So when they catch it on the field, you catch it on the app.
Dude, I'm going to be McDowell. I'm grabbing onto one of Cecil's legs, holding on for dear life. If it gets any tougher, guarantee you Cecil's not going anyplace.
And Seco, a towering pop-up. This ought to be interesting. It's coming back toward first base. Fielder can't get it.
This is actually maybe the first time that I recall they're going to call a game on the wind.
Well, they're going to stop it.
Well, we certainly served it up over the plate. This is a burger fit for a home run king, the 99 burger in honor of Aaron Judge. They sell a bazillion of these at Yankee Stadium. It looks pretty good. I feel like we passed the test. What about you?
I think so.
Second, the left fielder J.J. Bleday. Sal Stewart's at third base, hitting third. Batting fourth, the first baseman Nathaniel Lowe. Spencer Steers in right field, hitting fifth. Batting sixth, the designated hitter Eugenio Suarez. Noelvi Marte plays center field and hits seventh. Batting eighth, the catcher Tyler Stevenson, with Matt McClain playing second base and hitting ninth. And on the mound for the Reds this afternoon is right-hander Rhett Lauder. Again, Arroyo, Bleday, Stewart, Lowe, Steer, Suarez, Marte, Stevenson, and McClain with Lauder pitching. Your umpires today at home plate, the crew chief Lance Barksdale. Dexter Kelly's at first base, Ryan Addison's at second, and Alex McKay around at third. Pleased as always to be joined by the Cowboy Jeff Brantley. I'm Tommy Thaw. It's great to be with you this afternoon as the Reds and Diamondbacks play game 2 of this 3-game series. And Cowboy, boy, the Reds could use a strong start from Rhett Lauder. An abbreviated start his last time out, due largely in part to the walks against the Cardinals.
Yeah, I think when you look back at that start, 70 pitches, 5 walks. Now, he didn't give up any runs. He didn't give up really any hits, but he didn't throw a whole lot of strikes. And I think you can you hope that you can chalk that up to a little bit of inactivity and having not been out there in a while. But he is a control pitcher, and control pitchers can't walk 5 batters. So he's got to be able to move the ball around. Hopefully he'll have a little bit better command here this afternoon.
We know the Reds have been struggling offensively, but the same can be said of the Diamondbacks. This is a lineup you got to go out and attack tonight. We'll see how it goes. It's the Reds and D-backs. Hope you enjoy it. Let's play first pitch, presented by Cincinnati Children's, changing the outcome together. On the way, Lauder with the first pitch of the ball game, and it is swung on and yanked down the right field line, hit deep, hit very high, but it is pulled foul. It had the distance, but Ketel Marte yanks it foul down the right field line.
Well, these first 2 batters, Marte and Carroll, they will ambush you in a hurry if you lay it in there.
0-1 on Ketel Marte. Marte 1 for 5 with a double and a run scored last night, hitting .247 on the year. Lauder back into his windup and home with the 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Good changeup, and he had Marte way out in front, and he's down to the count 0-2. Marte making a bid for the All-Star team this year. The pitch up and away, fastball. And he's got a pretty good resume right now. He's second among National League second basemen in home run and extra base hits. He's third in RBIs. Lauder into his windup and home with a 1-2 pitch, and Marte takes just off the outside corner. A changeup from Lauder. Evens the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Lauder making his first start here at Great American Ballpark since the end of April. Pitch. Swing, and there's a one-hopper to the second baseman, McClain.
Nice
reaching to his left. He gloves the hop and throws in time to hit the out. And Marte, in disgust, fired his bat kind of toward the mound, between the mound and home plate. He will pick it up on his way back.
And I think he did say something in the neighborhood of, sorry about that, to Lauder as he came back across to get the bat.
He's not happy. Marte, on his way back to the dugout with his helmet on after picking up the bat, started beating himself over the head with the bat.
Well, he hit 2 balls rather sharply. One that was just foul that had supreme home run distance, and that one he smoked right at Matt McClain.
Now Corbin Carroll will bat. And Carroll, first ball swinging, lifts one to deep right, and that one's not coming back. That is out of here.
Did I say ambush?
Yeah, he did. Carroll wasted no time jumping on the first pitch he saw and drives it out of here to right field. For Corbin Carroll, that's his 12th home run of the year. And it is 1-0 Arizona in the first.
You can have a team in the big leagues that every single game they take pitches, they take the first pitch, 1 through 9. if you are a strike thrower and you continue to throw first pitch strikes, you will be the one pitcher they will swing early on.
Breaking ball down and away, and the count is 1-0 on Gabriel Moreno.
And let's be honest, up until the shoulder issue for Lauder, he was a first pitch strike thrower from the get-go.
There he comes with the 1-0 pitch. Check swing foul over by the Reds dugout. The count is even, 1 ball, 1 strike.
So why wouldn't you be aggressive, especially when you've got the power that Marte and Carroll have? And as I said, they are the 2 hitters in this lineup that will ambush you on the first pitch early, and they both did.
1 ball, 1 strike on Moreno. Lauder's 1-1 pitch. Swung on, and that is a soft chopper up the third base line, foul. A ball and 2 strikes on Moreno. Moreno, Gold Glove winner behind the plate a few years ago back in 2023. Did the catching yesterday. He's the DH today. He was 1 for 4 with a double, stolen base, a walk, and a run scored. Diamondbacks stole 5 bags last night, a new season high for them. It's one thing you'd like to see the Reds do a better job of moving forward, holding runners. Here's the 1-2 to Moreno, and it's in the air to right. Coming on is the right fielder Spencer Steer to make the catch on that line drive the other way. Now 2 gone here in the first inning. The ball was hit pretty well also.
And the ball's carrying a little bit. It's not like it's a wind galing out, but it's definitely not blowing in. And in this ballpark, when it's not blowing in, the ball has a tendency to jump a little bit.
Air feels a little thick, so that humidity sometimes can help the ball carry a little bit also. Pitch is breaking ball down and away for ball 1 to Nolan Arenado. Arenado 0 for 4, but he did have an RBI on a sac fly last night. Hitting .248 on the year, 8 home runs, 31 driven in, and he has killed the Reds historically. Lauder delivers, and Arenado swings and fouls it back. The count is even, 1 ball and 1 strike. Diamondbacks out to an early 1-run advantage. Lauder back into his windup. Here's his 1-1. And off the plate with a changeup to Arenado. 2 balls and a strike.
So interesting watching Arenado in the batter's box. He continues to move from the time he steps in to the time he swings. Both facial expressions, moving his jaws.
2 1s inside.
Hands, feet. I mean, he's continually hot stepping. And what's funny is he steps back towards the catcher instead of stepping towards the pitcher. He doesn't stride towards the pitcher. He steps backwards to set up.
Arenado has had a great career. Now he takes inside for ball 4, but I don't think you'd ever teach anybody to hit the way he hits.
But when you have a guy that has natural ability like Arenado that hits the way that he hits, you just kind of buff around the edges. You just leave what you got. Sometimes a diamond is a diamond.
Runner on at first base, and now Pavin Smith standing in, only playing in his 12th game this year.
Dead pull.
First pitch to the left-handed hitting Pavin Smith is a fastball in there for a called strike, and it's 0-1. When you have a guy like that is a dead pull hitter like Smith is, how do you want to pitch him? Do you want to pitch him inside and try to get him to yank it foul, or is that playing into his strength?
I just think that you have a pitch like Lauder just threw there. You start it off the plate, run it back to the inside corner, but you can't start a pitch middle in and leave it middle in. That's the ball that he hammers.
0-2 on Smith after sinking a fastball in there at the knees. Now the 0-2, and Smith watches a changeup miss low. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Pavin Smith.
And Pavin comes into the ball game hitting it a mere 120, but he's only had 25 at bats. He's been a little bit injury prone.
And the runner takes off.
Look
Lauder
at
steps
this.
off, throws to second, and they still didn't get him. Nolan Arenado took second, and he was halfway there by the time Lauder finally stepped off.
Well, the Diamondbacks stole 5 bases. They were 5 for 5 last night, and the Reds have really not held runners at all, not even in the slightest mechanism.
1-2 pitch, and Smith swings and fouls it back to the left out of play. That stolen base for Arenado is his second.
The majority of times that you steal at the big league level is on the pitcher. It's not really on the catcher.
1-2. Check swing on a changeup away. Did he go? They ask at third, and Alex McKay says no swing.
If you don't hold the runner, if you don't vary your times, if you're not getting the ball to the plate with some reasonable expectation of quickness.
2-2 popped up on the infield. Off with the mask, Stevenson, and in foul ground to the right of the first base line. He'll make the catch, and the inning is over.
Murakami to pull. 1-2 from Sandy. That one cut on and missed, and Murakami swings over the top of it. Another punch out for Munetaka Murakami.
Well, I'm going to say that was a changeup.
Yeah.
But either way, it was a nasty pitch down and away from Murakami.
Got him. Changeup. 2 away.
Boy, this has been Picasso, Rembrandt, everything put together with the way he's worked on the mound, with the stuff he's had, the location.
Te encantan los jugadores. Te encanta el juego.
¡Y se fue!
Ahora puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas, jerseys autografiados y más, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores agregados toda la temporada. Cada artículo es autenticado por MLB para asegurar que lo que llega directamente a tu hogar es original. ¿Quieres una parte del juego? Visita auctions.mlb.com.
.org/give today.
Hi, this is Tim O'Connell, Senior Vice President of Ballpark Operations at the Cincinnati Reds. From the first pitch to the final out, SBM ensures every seat shines. Our custodial teams keep ballparks spotless so fans can focus on the game and not
the bottom of the first inning. Michael Soroka on the mound for the Diamondbacks. First pitch on the way is fouled back by Edwin Arroyo. The count is 0-1 on Arroyo. Arroyo hasn't hit above 5th yet in his time in the big leagues, and here he is leading off today. Soroka 8-3 on the year, making his 14th start. He's home with the 0-1 pitch to Arroyo. It hit him, and down to first base Arroyo. So the Reds will get their leadoff man aboard. And for the most part, Cowboy, Soroka's thrown the ball well. He's had one outlier against the Brewers where he got knocked around, but outside of that, he's pitched pretty well.
He has. He's thrown strikes. He's only walked 17 batters in his 74 innings, 68 hits. He's relatively limited the home run ball. That's why he's got 8 wins and a 3.28 ERA.
Arroyo off the bag at first base, and now J.J. Bleday. Pitch to Bleday's on the outside corner, called strike. 0-1.
And Soroka's no stranger to pitching here at Great American Ballpark. He's had a start here. He's had a relief appearance here and pitched very well here thus far.
Soroka readies, and from the belt, right-hander turns it loose, and Bleday takes in the dirt. The count is even now, 1 ball and 1 strike. Michael Soroka burst onto the scene with the Braves. Got off to a great start. Here's the 1-1 pitch to J.J. Bleday, and it's on the ground. Softly rolled toward short. Perdomo will field it, steps on second, and throws to first. That's a double play. 6-3. There's 2 outs, and the batter will be Sal Stewart.
That's the one part for Soroka. He's got that fastball that has a bit of sink to it. It doesn't have a whole lot of run away from the left-handed hitters into the righties. It basically goes down, and it catches hitters off guard.
Sal Stewart, a big cut and a miss in a first pitch fastball. The count is 0-1. 0-1 on Stewart, hitting .250, 13 home runs, 42 knocked in. He was 0 for 4 with a walk last night. The 0-1. Sal checks his swing, but it's a strike on the inside corner. Now he's down to the count, no balls and 2 strikes.
That's the sinker right there. Started in, stayed on the plate the entire time, and just dropped straight down. And it's a micro drop.
The 0-2 pitch is too high. Well, you look at the numbers for Soroka. If you want to get to him, the first inning's the best chance. That has been by far his worst inning, and he settles down in a big hurry after that. 1-2 pitch, and Sal swings and fouls it away. Diamondbacks have an early 1-run advantage. A home run by Corbin Carroll has Arizona up. Soroka's 1-2. Breaking ball, grounded foul. Past the third base coach, Willie Harris. 1-2, and holding here on Sal Stewart. Nobody on, 2 men are out. Soroka back into his windup, and now Sal will ask for time. Soroka broke into the big leagues when he was just 20 years old, 2018. But his real rookie season was that 2019 season. 1-2 pitch, breaking ball down and away, and he finished second in Rookie of the Year voting. And he actually got some Cy Young votes that year, too, in his rookie season. Can understand why. He made 29 starts and posted an ERA of 2.68. Was 13-4 with Atlanta. Swinging, and Stewart fouls it back. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Sal Stewart.
Yeah, there was a tremendous amount of talk in Atlanta that Soroka would be an ace of the future. But injury issues plagued him, and ultimately that's why he's not in Atlanta anymore.
Missed 2 years because of injury. 21 and 22 in the dirt outside. And now the count fills up 3-2 on Sal Stewart. Nobody on, 2 men are out. Soroka, the kick and pitch. Swing and a miss. Struck him out on a breaking ball that was in the opposite batter's box. Inning over. 1-0. Diamondbacks have the lead as we go to the second.
I'm going to go check out Food Truck Row. So, what did you guys get today?
Philly cheesesteaks.
Both of you got the same thing. Are they that good?
Oh, yeah.
Got a hot dog and some fries.
Just kind of basic ballpark.
Chicken bacon sandwich.
Uh-huh.
Philly cheesesteak.
Okay.
And some
crinkle cut fries.
Okay, where are you guys from?
We're from Dallas.
Dallas. That's what's fun about baseball. It brings different regions together, not just the ball and glove and bat, but what we're eating.
Chris Sale's 10th start of the season was a beauty. He goes 7 innings, giving up just 1 run, and he is in line for his first win against the Marlins.
An outstanding outing tonight by Trey Savage. 6 innings, 2 hits, did not walk a batter, struck out 8, kept the Yankees off the scoreboard.
11 strikeouts from Kyle Harrison.
Matching a career-long outing for Kyle Harrison and a dominant 2-hit shutout for the left-hander. Wow.
Outman over. Outman with the dive! Superman hit-saving play by James Outman.
Ryan drops his glove on the mound and gives James Outman a standing ovation.
First pitch of the game, the pitcher hits it out.
A living, breathing statue, Shohei Ohtani.
You just don't dare take your eyes off of him.
It's a walking history book.
It's ridiculous what he does.
Diamondbacks come to bat here in the second inning. They lead it 1-0. Home run by Corbin Carroll.
Not a good look.
Lauder brings it home. First pitch off the inside corner. That's how you want to wear your hat. 1-0 on Geraldo Perdomo. 240, 3 homers, 22 driven in. Lauder delivers, and it's going to hit him right in the foot. That sends Perdomo to the ground. Driving in pain. So he'll dust himself off, make his way to first, and while he does that, we'll pause for station identification on the Reds radio network. Well, the hit by pitch of the foot of Perdomo sent him to the ground.
That was a textbook back foot slider. Of course, you're hoping you get a swing there.
Yeah, a little too literal. Tommy Troy now. First pitch to Troy, tries to bunt, missed it, strike one. Troy made his major league debut back in late May, on May the 24th. Hitting .240 with a home run and an RBI.
First rounder out of Stanford back in 2023.
12th overall pick, and he swats one to center. Right there is Noelvi Marte getting the start in center field today. He makes the catch. Back to first base, Perdomo. That'll be something to keep an eye on today with Noelvi Marte getting the start out there. The reports from the minor leagues were pretty good when he was starting out there. Lauder goes to work now against Adrian Del Castillo. Swung on, and that's fouled back to the left. 0-1. He was a second-round pick out of Miami down in Florida. Back in 2021, 189, 4 homers, 20 RBIs. A couple of years ago, this guy was the Diamondbacks minor league player of the year, the 0-1. And he swings and sends it foul down the left field line, twisting back into the seats. That's out of play.
Well, catching has been his calling card. Hitting, not so much.
Runs the bat out over the plate. Lauder sets, and here he comes with the 0-2 pitch, down and away. Reds in their new City Connect uniforms that they've brought out this year. The all red ones as opposed to the all black they had on last night. City Connect C on the left chest and white. The pitch, swing and a miss. Down on strikes, Adrian Del Castillo. 2 gone here in the second inning. And that'll bring up Ryan Waldschmidt. Also brings us to our Reds Hall of Fame and Museum trivia question of the game. This series, the theme is on this date trivia. On this date in 1997, the Reds kicked off the era of interleague play with their first ever regular season game against an American League opponent. Pitch is a fastball taken for ball 1. The count is 1-0. What team did the Reds play in the club's first regular season game against an American League team? Was it A, the Angels, B, the Tigers, or C, the White Sox? 1 ball and no strikes. 1-0 pitch. Instead, Lauder backs off the rubber and looks the runner back to first.
You know, I was on that team, but I was not here for the early part of the season.
Well, you obviously have the schedule memorized still from 1997.
No. I was in La La Land after having shoulder surgery.
The 1-0 in there for strike. Well, I'm going to rule out one for us. It wasn't the Angels because you were only playing the opposite league's division when it started.
Right. So what are the other 2 choices?
That would be the White Sox or the Tigers. 1 ball, 1 strike. Runner started. Has a huge secondary lead. Not going. The pitch is cut on and missed. And now 1-2 on Waldschmidt. Perdomo does have 9 stolen bases on the year. He had one last night.
Do you have a coin?
No, I don't. Does it? Do you have coins? When was the last time you had a coin in your pocket?
I had a coin in change the other day.
Did you really?
In San Diego, yeah.
You paid cash for something?
I did.
1-2. Strike 3 called. Frozen. He doesn't like it. Waldschmidt even looks back into the dugout. Doesn't challenge. Inning over. We go to the bottom of the second. 1-0.
Caught by Durbin. It's going to be a double play. Beautiful.
That's a terrific play going to his right by Paul Goldschmidt.
Boy, that's a nice grab.
He's going to slide. He makes the catch.
And that's a line drive and a diving catch by Junior.
Oh, and he makes the catch.
Diving stop by Turner. Flips to second. That stops it on the grass. Long throw, and they got him.
Wow.
What a play by Betts.
And he makes another spectacular catch. He is putting on a show in Baltimore. He twirled like a tornado and hauled that in. Young is able to get there, pops up onto first. He got him.
Going back, and he makes a circus catch.
He makes the catch. Ryan Bliss, Superman in short right field.
Great play by Machado. Really nice scoop on the other end.
And makes the grab above his cap.
And Siri makes a nice catch.
He has to be part of the action.
It's well done! The full extension, he takes it away!
Byron Buxton DHing here for game one.
As Byron swings and launches high and deep to left center. Back it goes, and that is gone. Leadoff home run for Byron Buxton. 25th time he's done that in his great career. And the Twins answer back. It's a 1-1 game.
Well, Lugo's looking for weak contact. He did not get it there. Nice to see Buck get back in that home run column. Got a fastball he liked out over the plate.
So amazingly, Buxton strikes again.
Nathaniel Lowe takes off the outside corner. The count is 1-0 on Lowe. Lowe hitting .252 with 9 home runs, 25 driven in. Soroka back into his windup and the 1-0 pitch. And Soroka misses high and outside. It's a 2-ball, no strike count. You know, you're talking about how injuries kind of derailed things for Michael Soroka. Spencer Strider's another Braves pitcher that is having a difficult time staying healthy. The pitch is a strike on the inside corner. 2-1 now. Nathaniel Lowe.
I think he was taken out of a start either last night or the night before after throwing 3 pitches in a row that were all below 89 miles an hour, and that's a tough spot, because I like watching him pitch.
No kidding. In off the plate. I preferred watching it on TV, not live against the Reds.
I hear you.
Boy, when we saw him at his best, few were filthier.
He had some lightning fastballs.
3-1 in the air, slicing toward the seats, out of play. And the count is full on Nathaniel Lowe. So you hope it's nothing too serious for Spencer Strider. Well, you love to see the game's best at their best. Full count on Nathaniel Lowe and Soroka's payoff pitch. And Lowe swings and fights it off.
Lowe's had some pretty good at bats over the last 3-4 ball games. 4 for his last 10, and he's walked 4 times. That should tell you that he has had some extended at bats.
Soft ground ball right back to the pitcher. It rolls up his body, hits him in the chin, and then he picks it up and throws to first to get Nathaniel Lowe. 1 down here in the 2nd inning. Now Spencer Steer. Now Steer is having a tough time on the struggle bus. He is 1 for his last 23. That 1 hit, though, is a homer.
Well, I think when you roll out the kind of numbers he was putting up earlier, everybody takes notice. The opposition takes notice, and they stop throwing pitches that are on the plate. They're trying to get you to chase. They're trying to get right on the edges because you're hitting so well. And make no mistake about it, Spencer Steer was wearing everybody out.
Breaking ball in for a strike after the 1-0 missed up under his chin. So it's a 1-ball, 1-strike count.
So you start seeing those fastballs up under your chin and breaking balls that follow and change-ups right on the edge.
Swing and a miss over the outside corner.
Right now he's in a bit of a funk. 1 for his last 23, hitting at 152 in June, but I have no doubt that he will come out of it. You just hope that he comes out sooner rather than later.
1-2 pitch to Steer. Just off the outside corner.
But it's also hard when you've been swinging the bat well and your team is struggling offensively. You start to feel that onus of responsibility to try to drive in some runs or do more than what you should and you chase pitches that are off the plate.
Breaking ball cut on and missed. Here's down on strikes. 2 strikeouts now for Soroka. 2 gone here in the second inning. Eugenio Suarez now the batter.
The game is hard enough without trying to do too much or adding pressure on yourself to try to be the hero and try to bring your team back. You just do what you can do.
First pitch to Suarez is on the ground of the third baseman. Backing up is Arenado. He fields and flips it across to first in plenty of time to get Suarez. Reds are out in order in the second. By the way, we're both going with C, the White Sox. Is that correct? Oh, that's correct. We will revisit the trivia question a little bit later on. Reds are out in order. We go to the third on to Cowboy. 1-0 Diamondbacks on the Reds Radio Network.
Top of the third inning here at Great American Ballpark. Diamondbacks are leading the Reds 1-0 courtesy of a Corbin Carroll first inning home run. If we go back to the top of the order, here is Ketel Marte. Backdoor breaking ball, strike 1. Ball on the field out in right center field. Pretty good eyes by Stevenson to pick that up. No ball, 1 strike count. Louder back to the dish. Fastball up and away.
At first, when Lance Barksdale started going out there, I thought, what in the world could he possibly have an exception with Louder with? That wasn't it. It was the ball.
Here's the 1-1 pitch. A changeup that will miss off the outside corner. It's a 2-ball, 1 strike count. Now Louder came in on Marte in his first at bat, and he clocked one down the right field line that had some major distance. It was just foul. He ropes this down the right field line, a 1-hopper to steer, and that'll be a leadoff single for the Diamondbacks leadoff hitter. So might Marte be running here?
I would say a high probability, given
he doesn't have a stolen base this year.
Given their aggression.
But they have been running 5 stolen bases last night, already have 1 here today. And the pitch misses just off the outside corner, a sinker away from Corbin Carroll, who hit the first pitch he saw in the first inning out of right center field. That's the lone run of the ball game. Louder to the plate, swing and a miss, good changeup.
Geraldo Perdomo, keep in mind, was about to run last inning also. Remember, he got that huge lead and started, then stopped while Louder still had the ball.
1 ball, 1 strike count. Louder turns it loose, popped up left side of the infield. Stewart wants it at third, and he will take it, and there's one down. So here is Gabriel Moreno. Moreno lined out to steer in right field in his first at bat. And Moreno has made himself a tough out. He fouls off tough pitches. He will go the other way when he has to, but he can also pull the ball out of the ballpark. First pitch breaking ball, misses up and in. It's a 1-ball, no strike count. And Marte has about a 1.5 foot lead at first. Strike over the inside part of the plate. A sinker from Louder evens things at 1 ball and 1 strike. It doesn't appear that Marte has any idea about running. To the dish, fastball over the outside corner. Two-seamer ran right back to the outside edge, and he is quickly ahead of Moreno at a 1-ball, 2-strike count. Back to the plate. Here's another fly ball slicing away from Steer. He won't get it. Sliding effort by Spencer Steer. The ball was sinking. It looked like it kicked off the glove and just trickled away from him as he went into a slide. A nice effort by Steer, but he just didn't come up with it.
It's also fading away from him toward the line since it's off the bat of a right-handed hitter.
Now, there's no doubt it hit in the glove. And that will be a single for Moreno. Runners at first and second. Here's Arenado. He swings right through a changeup from Louder. It's a no-ball, 1-strike count. That was a catchable ball. It just didn't happen. No ball, 1-strike count. Louder back to the dish off the outside corner. A fastball down and away from Nolan Arenado, the third baseman for the Diamondbacks. And it's a 1-ball, 1-strike count. Both Moreno and Marte with pretty good speed on the base pass. Fastball, strike up and away, and just paralyzed Arenado with that pitch. One and two now to the Diamondbacks cleanup hitter, and the pitch to the plate. Swing and a miss. Actually swinging a foul ball. Just did get a piece of it in and out of the mitt of Tyler Stevenson. Count stays at 1-2. One down here in the Diamondbacks third. Diamondbacks leading the Reds 1-0. Louder waits on the sign from Stevenson. Has what he wants. He'll come set, looking right at Moreno at second. Breaking ball, swing and a miss. An emergency swing, and it was not a big enough emergency. 2 down.
That's one of the uglier swings you will see Nolan Arenado take. I mean, the ball was in Stevenson's mitt when he swung. Whoops.
I'm looking for something else. I'll try to hit this one. Here's Pavin Smith, who will take a first pitch ball, a slider. Tried to backdoor it, misses a bit down. 1 ball, no strike count. Louder sets, looking right at Moreno. Fastball off the inside corner. It's 2-0. That's the pitch that we saw in abundance from Louder in his last start in St. Louis, pulling the ball off the glove side corner. Pitch popped up. It is heading towards the seats down the third base line. It'll be out of play. Two balls and a strike here to Pavin Smith, who is playing first base tonight, or this afternoon, probably better said.
It's a tweener.
2-1 from Louder. Ground ball right to low at first base. That'll do it for the Diamondbacks here in the third. It's 1-0 Diamondbacks. Bottom of 3. Reds coming to the plate right here on the Reds Radio Network.
And now the second walk of the inning.
The throw goes through into center field. Oh my, you never see that happen.
Here's the throw by Ibanez. It is way offline. The throw to second goes into center field. The throw to third goes into the Ranger dugout. Is that a home run? It is in some leagues.
Just throwing the bat at it. Look out. My goodness.
Grounded back to the mound. Cruz bobbles again. Picks it up and throws it away.
Oh, come on.
Homered in the first, his third leadoff home run in the postseason. Oh my goodness! Shohei Ohtani! Wow! Up and over the roof! A majestic blast! Ohtani drops jaws everywhere! And it's 4-0 Dodgers!
117 off the bat, 469 feet. He is the first Dodger to ever have 2 multi-home run games in the same postseason.
They say it's a game of numbers, pero el flow es completamente otra ciencia. Esto es Flow Mayor.
Cincy.com.
Hitting streak. And he will try to get the first hit off of Michael Soroka, the Diamondback starter here this afternoon. First pitch breaking ball, a strike over the outside corner. 0-1 here to Marte. Pitch from Soroka. Fastball misses just off the inside corner. Sinker ran off the plate. 1-1 strike count. So far, Soroka has been on his game, but we are only 2 innings in. Fouled straight back. Fastball upstairs. A healthy hack from Noelvi Marte, but it's fouled straight back. 1-2 strike count. Now Soroka did hit the first batter of the game. That was Edwin Arroyo, but promptly got a double play off the bat of J.J. Bleday. Struck out Stewart. That ended the first. 3 up, 3 down in the second. And going to work here against the bottom of the order with Noelvi Marte hitting in the 7th spot. Back to the plate. That'll miss up and away, and it's a 2-2 strike count. Soroka has been able to get his breaking ball over the plate, and boy, does that make a whole lot of difference. There's that breaking ball, swing and a miss, strike 3, 1 down. The breaking ball, especially early in the count, if you get it over the plate, you're going to get some borderline swings from a hitter, because in their mind, they're thinking he throws that pitch for a strike. So as soon as they see that spin, they begin to pull the trigger. Here's Stevenson. He'll take a fastball off the outside edge. 1-0 here to the Reds catcher. Stevenson 7 for his last 20. He's walked 3 times. And he'll foul this one to the right side out of play. 1-1 strike count. 1-0 Diamondbacks. We're in the bottom of the third. Second game of this 3-game series. Diamondbacks won 5-2 in last night's ball game, as this is pulled foul down the third base line. Reds looking for that all elusive momentum from an offensive standpoint. 1-2 strike count. Stevenson readies, pitch. Slider off the outside corner, and Stevenson held up in time. 2 balls and 2 strikes now to the Reds catcher. Here's Soroka. Ground ball foul off the netting of the third base dugout. A sinker inside. McLean waits on deck. Edwin Arroyo to follow. Pitch. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Back-to-back punch-outs for the right-hander Soroka. It was a fastball up and in the middle of the plate.
I don't think maybe that off day came at a bad time for Tyler Stevenson. He struck out 4 times now since the off day after going into it on fire. In fact, he had looked the best he's looked all year over about a 4-game stretch.
McLean, first pitch swinging. He'll foul it back. It's that 4-seam heater up and away. No balls and a strike here to Matt McLean. Slider away. That'll even things at 1-1. McLean, the .205 hitter, 8 home runs, 25 RBIs. 3 for his last 15 with 3 walks. Breaking ball just off the outside edge. That's the pitch for Soroka. When he's got it and it's on, he can be awfully tough because he's got a fastball that runs in on the hitter, a right-handed hitter. Pulled down the left field line. That's heading into the corner. McLean on his horse, and he will head into second base easily with a 2-out double. Looked like a 2-seam fastball that was up, and McLean torched it.
Just a screaming line drive into that left field corner. Great sign for Matt McLean.
So a 2-out chance for the Reds leadoff batter. That's Edwin Arroyo. Pitch to the plate. Breaking ball. Cuts way in off the plate. 1-0 count here to the left-handed hitting switch hitter Edwin Arroyo. Arroyo was hit by a pitch in his first at-bat. The 1-0 from Soroka. It is popped up. It is slicing down the third baseline, and it will be foul and out of play. A ball and a strike here to Arroyo, with the Reds having a chance, their first chance of the afternoon, to try to play to run. Backdoor breaking ball misses outside. 2-1 now to Arroyo. Reds did not have a hit with a runner in scoring position in last night's affair, and they had plenty of chances. 2-1 pitch coming. There's a hit into right field. McLean is going to score easily. 1-1 ball game. Edwin Arroyo with an RBI single over the top of the first baseman Pavin Smith, and the Reds have tied this ball game at 1 apiece.
We'd love to see that from Edwin Arroyo. Nice easy swing and just punched it over into right field. McLean charging around third. There was no doubt he was going to score easily.
Here's J.J. Bleday as the Reds bat against Soroka for the second time here this afternoon. Pitch to the plate. A breaking ball, like a slurve in between a curve and a slider. And he gets it over the outside part of the plate. No balls and a strike. Soroka back to the belt. Ground ball, foul off to the first base side. No balls and 2 strikes. Does not appear that Blade is real comfortable with the delivery of one Michael Soroka. He grounded into a double play off the end of the bat in his first time up. And a pick to first will send Arroyo back to the bag. 0-2 count to Blade. Runner at first and Arroyo. Reds have plated a run in the inning to tie this ball game at 1. Soroka long set. The pitch off the outside corner. Another changeup from the Diamondbacks right-hander. 1 ball, 2 strike count. There goes the runner, and the ball is fouled to the left side, out of play. Arroyo had a good jump. Look, when you're struggling to get hits and you get a runner on, especially a runner with the speed of Edwin Arroyo, sometimes you just have to take a chance. Get him into scoring position and hope you can steal a run. To the plate, slider down and in. 2-2 count here to J.J. Blade. 2 down in the inning. 2-out double by Matt McLean. A 2-out RBI single by Arroyo followed that double, and that's made it a 1-1 ball game. Pick to first base, not nearly in time. Back to the plate, Soroka. There goes the runner. Left center field. This ball is hit well, but it is going to be caught by the left fielder, Troy, right at the track.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Youngster from New York and well represented in the stands tonight. Oh, if he gets a base hit here, it'll be first hit in the big leagues. And look at this, an extra base hit. First major league base hit for Ramirez, and he thinks it's a home run. Look at this. He thinks it's a home run. He thinks the ball went out, and he is going to take a ribbing for that.
The MLB app. Yeah, it's got game. This game, these games, all the games, pre-game, post-game, and everything in between. This is baseball your way, with real-time stats, scores, breaking news, and custom content that hits every time, because you choose the teams and pick the players you want to follow. So when they catch it on the field, you catch it on the app.
Deep center. Edmonds going back. The ball is going long. 3-run home run. Ball and shot. The Jays on the board first. In one swing, Bobachek makes it 3-0 and chases Shohei Ohtani from Game 7.
Breaking ball, and he was all over.
The Reds tied this game in 1 as the Diamondbacks come to bat in the 4th. Before they do, let's pause for station identification on the Reds Radio Network. Is a pitch called a strike, but Lance Barksdale says that they're going to challenge, so let's see. We turn our attention to the big board left. And the ABS says it was a ball, actually, off the outside corner, just barely. I mean, barely. Almost half an inch. 1-0 on Perdomo.
Pitch is overturned.
So it's 1-0 now on Perdomo. Hit by a pitch his first time up. The 1-0. Now a strike on the inside corner. Evens the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Switch hitter up there left-handed. Now Perdomo wants time and backs out of the box. At Kroger, an annual Boost membership saves you up to $1,100 a year with double the fuel points. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 2 strikes. You also get unlimited free delivery and member exclusive savings. You can sign up today at Kroger.com/boost. A ball and 2 strikes, and here comes Louder with the 1-2. Perdomo fouls it away left side. 1-1 our score. We're in the 4th. Pleasant day for baseball. Louder's 1-2 pitch. Perdomo takes just off the outside corner. It looked like Barksdale wanted to call it. I think he did. It was very close.
I wanted to call it.
Ooh. Would have been a strike had the Reds challenged. They don't. And now the 2-2. Swing, there's a bouncing ball to the second baseman. Handled by McLean with ease. He'll flip it over to low. And there's 1 down here in the 4th inning.
He just wanted to get his ground ball rate up.
That's right. Wanted to spread the wealth a little bit. Yeah, I get it. Get McLean involved. 1 down, and now Tommy Troy. First pitch, swing and a miss. Strike 1 on a slider, and the count is 0-1 on Troy. Flew out to center his first time up.
I think Troy was trying to hit the scoreboard there.
Looked like it. 4th inning is brought to you by Four Roses Bourbon, the mellow balanced Kentucky classic that's crafted for those home run moments. Proud sponsor of the BCL Press Club, presented by Four Roses Bourbon. Enjoy responsibly. Now the 0-1 is grounded to the shortstop. Edwin Arroyo to his left glove. Throws in time. Troy retired.
Well, Troy's got a little speed down.
Yeah, he does. He was
getting it.
Booking it down the line, and he made that play very close at first base. I thought Arroyo did just about everything right on that play.
I agree.
With 2 outs, here's Adrian Del Castillo. The strikeout victim his first time up. Louder has struck out 3 so far this afternoon, trying for 1, 2, 3, 4th. First ball swinging. Del Castillo fouls it back.
This is the most comfortable. This inning is the most comfortable I've seen. The mechanics, the rhythm, the execution of pitches that from Louder. That
now the 0-1. Check swing and a pitch off the outside corner.
In quite some time. I mean, you have to go back to some earlier starts this year where he had some innings where he was in complete command.
1-1, grounded foul, first base side. Ball and 2 strikes.
And I noticed that by where Stevenson is setting up and how close to the mitt the execution of the pitch is. I mean, if you've got a catcher that sets up inside and you miss off the plate away, that's not what you're looking for. And today, Louder's aggressive. He's working quick.
Tried the inside corner there. It's called a ball. It's here.
The catcher's challenging the ball call.
That's Barksdale relaying that. And it looked like a good pitch.
Yeah, it was. Ball had some crossfire action.
There it is. Right on the edge. Strike 3 looking. 3 up, 3 down for Rhett Louder in the 4th inning. He has punched out 4.
Up the middle, diving play by Swanson to first. What a play! Volpe on the backhand, goes to third brilliantly for the easy out.
Leday coming up hard. It falls. Round third. Leday fire. Oh, it's there! He's out! What a play by Leday!
Charging in and making a diving catch, Barracoto.
Going back is Reynolds at the wall. Up and he makes the catch to Rob Ohtani of the home run.
Line drive towards second base on 1 hop. A nifty pick by Holiday and got him. That might be the best play on grass.
Raley backed up to the wall and he makes the catch. Line to right. Nootbaar comes in and makes a sliding catch.
Tommy Troy makes another sliding grab out there.
The answer is Kevin McGonigal with the glove at Comerica Park.
Putting on a show. And it's Velasquez who makes a sliding grab. Back trio. And he leaps and makes the catch. Bangs up against the wall.
Te encantan los jugadores. Te encanta el juego.
¡Y se fue!
Ahora puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas, jerseys autografiados y más, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores agregados toda la temporada. Cada artículo es autenticado por MLB para asegurar que lo que llega directamente a tu hogar es original. ¿Quieres una parte del juego? Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Won't last long. In scoop shops and at Graders.com. Taste the greatest.
Up, and Michael Soroka's back to work. His first pitch to Stewart's a breaking ball off the outside corner. 1-0. The 1-0. And Stewart lifts one high in the air. Center field. It's got some carry. Waldschmidt's back on the track and at the wall with his back to the pads. He makes the catch.
Thought he might have had him one.
Well, you could see Waldschmidt was drifting a little bit as that ball just continued to carry. But it came down just in front of the wall.
A hanging breaking ball, and Stewart had a pretty good pass at it. It looked like he got under it. Just a micro tad.
Nathaniel Lowe, breaking ball down too low. When you really look at the difference between a ball like that and a ball that goes way out, it is so microscopic, the difference. And Lowe hammers
like
one. Not enough. Under it a little bit. The right fielder Carroll is going to settle under it and make the catch. It looked good off the bat.
It hit it off the end.
And now 2 gone. But that's pretty much exactly what we were talking about.
They look good coming off the bat, but if you're underneath it just a little bit, and that's the thing with Soroka. I mean, he's given up 6 home runs this year, but that's in 74 innings. And in today's world, that's a pretty good ratio.
Spencer Steers the hitter. And he takes a strike at the top of the zone. I remember a conversation I was having with Brent Suter. He was talking about, let's say it might have been his cutter. And he was talking about, look, I'm not looking for a lot of movement. I just want a little bit of movement so when they start their swing, the ball moves just a little bit off where they're trying to hit it. Now Steers sends a high fly ball to left field. This looked good off the bat, but the park will hold this. And Tommy Troy will move over and make the catch. Inning over. Reds are up and down in order.
They've got a man picked off. Chavez hits his top of his hat. Now they get Napoli at third base. How about that? It hit the top of the helmet of Chavez and bounced directly at an Angels infielder. A huge out here in the 7th inning.
They dodged a huge bullet there.
All your favorite games from MLB Play are back, bigger, bolder, and better than ever. Test your skills with daily puzzles like MLB Pickle, the Ultimate Mystery Player Challenge, and Immaculate Grip, where stats and strategy collide. Then in Spinball, build your roster, take on your friends, and compete for the weekly prize. Or be the first to beat the streak and hit your way to the $5.6 million jackpot. Plus, the all-new Daily Walk-Off. Lock in your players by category for the walk-off win. The game's official home for games is MLB Play, only on the MLB app and MLB.com.
I'm Jonathan Mayo, and for more than 20 years, I've traced the path of baseball's rising stars, navigating the back roads of the national pastime and basking in the glow of small-town America's spirit, where the team is woven into the fabric of everyday life, where it's more than just a game. It's a celebration of the people, the traditions, and the culture that give these places their soul. This is Grassroots.
Diamondbacks come to bat in the 5th inning. We're tied at 1 here at Great American Ballpark. Ryan Waldschmidt, number 9 hitter, leads it off for Arizona against Rhett Lauder in the 5th. 9-1-2 for the D-backs.
This is very similar to our ball game from last night.
Ground ball foul.
There was not a whole lot of offense early. Now, there were a lot of base runners on base. Not a whole lot of runs scored.
This one's moving along a little more swiftly than that one.
Not as many walks today as there were in last night's game.
Slider down and away. Lauder has walked one and hit a batter. On the other side, Soroka's only hit one. 1 ball, 1 strike. And a ground ball off the bat of Waldschmidt down the line at third, fielded by Stewart. Twisting throw in time to get Waldschmidt. There's 1 gone here in the 5th inning. Let's get the answer to our trivia question.
Let's do that.
Question was, on this date in 1997, the Reds kicked off the era of interleague play with their first ever regular season game against an American League opponent. What team did the Reds play in the club's first regular season game against an American League team? Was it A, the Angels, B, the Tigers, C, the White Sox? We both said C, White Sox. First pitch changeup fades down and away from Ketel Marte. Now the 1-0 on the ground, right back at Lauder. Hits off of his glove, rolls behind the mound. Lauder gets to it, but no play. When it hit off of Lauder, the ball died and just trickled off the back of the mound in the grass. And by the time Lauder could find it and get to it, he had no play. Marte's aboard with a 1-out single. And a soft hit. 1 hopper right back to pitcher, although it might have got him somewhere. So now they're going to bring the training staff out to take a look at him. I don't know if it might have hit his bare hand, and sometimes it doesn't necessarily have to be hit hard to catch a nail and kind of bend a fingernail back or something like that. Seems to think he's okay. I mean, it wasn't hit hard enough to do.
No, it looked like he hit off the heel and maybe the left arm a bit.
Have him throw a pitch. Seems to get the seal of approval. All right, so let's see. We both said the White Sox. We're staying with the White Sox. And the answer is C, the White Sox. The Reds hosted the White Sox for a Friday night contest on June 13th, 1997. In the Reds' first interleague game. The Reds lost that one. 3-1.
Does it say when that game was or when that series was?
June 13th, 1997. This date in 1997. Pitch swung on, fouled away to the left side out of play.
Maybe I was here. Maybe I was taking hydrocodone because my arm hurt so bad. But had a lot of surgery going on.
What if you pitched in that series?
Well, I couldn't pitch. I had surgery.
Oh, I guess that's true. Swing and a miss. Off speed pitch. Count is 0-2.
I had surgery in April.
That would have been a quick recovery to be back by June.
Bro. Matter of fact, after that surgery, there was no feeling good after that.
Ever.
The
0-2. Swing and a miss. Got him with a fastball, and he just pumped it right on by Corbin Carroll there. So Carroll strikes out. That's the second out here in the 5th inning.
Not too many times do you take a fastball that is right down Broadway and get it by Corbin Carroll, and that pitch was center cut, and I mean it was almost as though Carroll saw it too good and just came unglued and he just missed it. He had an overswing.
Gabriel Moreno swings through a slider down and away for strike 1. 0-1 on Moreno, has a base hit and a line out to right. Runner on at first with 2 outs. 1-1 our score. We're in the 5th inning here at Great American Ballpark on a beautiful Saturday. Swing a little looper, short right center field, on in a hurry as Marte slides. It's off his glove and down for a hit. They're going to hold the runner around third, fortunately.
Well, I thought they were waving him.
J.R. House up with the stop sign at third as Marte goes first to third on the blooper into short right center field. Steer got to it after it hit off of Marte's glove. And I think the Reds really caught a break that they held Marte at third base.
Right there with you.
Just off the fingertips.
That was a catchable ball as well. Tough play. I mean, make no mistake about it, but the ball hit in the glove.
Now Nolan Arenado, and the first pitch to Arenado is a ball on a first pitch slider from Louder. 1-0. Just a little low on the outside corner, 1-0. Arenado has walked, stolen a base, and struck out. The 1-0. Arenado watches a changeup hit the outside corner for a strike. The count is even, 1 ball and 1 strike on Arenado. Arenado, a lifetime .297 hitter in a boatload of games against the Reds. The 1-1. Arenado watches a pitch called a ball low.
Catcher challenging the ball
going to be down.
Ooh, I don't know. I like it.
You think you got it?
Yeah. Let's see. Steve Reich.
This is overturned for strike 1 and 2.
Tell you what, don't second guess Tyler Stevenson.
1 and 2 now. Second most correct ABS challenges in the big leagues.
I mean, that's 41 pitches that he has changed from ball to strike.
The 1-2. Way off the outside corner. Listening to Lance Barksdale when he gets on the microphone. You said you guys are living down there in the same area. You ever pick up his tab when you see him at Kessler's?
I don't think I've ever seen him at Kessler's.
Oh, okay. I was going to say maybe you should tell him courtesy of the Reds. Ground ball foul, third base side. You know, try to curb some favor there with
that would be cheating.
Oh, no, we don't want to do that. 2-2 on Nolan Arenado. Second and third, 2 away. Louder back into his windup, the 2-2. Swinging a bouncer on 1 hop. This time Louder gloves it clean. Underhands it to first, gets the out. The Diamondbacks strand a pair in scoring position.
2 outs, 2 strikes on Reggie. You've got to know he's going to get the super sinker. The set, here it comes. The sinker swung on and missed. Reggie is fuming at Dale Ford. Reggie's been ejected. Reggie Jackson has been thrown out of the game. And now Reggie comes back. He's got a bucket of ice, and he's spreading it all over the AstroTurf. He can't believe it.
All your favorite games from MLB Play are back, bigger, bolder, and better than ever. Test your skills with daily puzzles like MLB Pickle, the Ultimate Mystery Player Challenge, and Immaculate Grid, where stats and strategy collide. Then in Spinball, build your roster, take on your friends, and compete for the weekly prize. Or be the first to beat the streak and hit your way to the $5.6 million jackpot. Plus, the all-new Daily Walk-Off. Lock in your players by category for the walk-off win. The game's official home for games is MLB Play, only on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Local United Dairy Farmers stored this month and use the UDrive Plus app to save big on Skittles and Starburst. Purchase 2 king-size Skittles or 2 king-size Starburst for just $6, or 2 standard-size Skittles or Starburst for only $4. Download the UDrive Plus app and register now to start saving. Offer good while supplies last. Get this great offer and other summer treats only at United Dairy Farmers.
Champion Windows and the Cincinnati Reds have a home run deal for you. Right now, get 40% off our Comfort 365 windows. And for a limited time, Reds fans can get an extra $1,000 off a sunroom with promo code GOREDS. Call or schedule an estimate online at ChampionSafeNow.com.
Eugenio Suarez leads off the Reds' 5th inning. Tied at 1 here at Great American Ballpark. Let's look at today's scoreboard stumper. 3 players who have played for the Reds and for the Diamondbacks in their career have hit 300 or more major league home runs. Who are they? The first pitch, too high. Ball 1, 1-0 on Eugenio Suarez.
Gino's the obvious.
Okay, well, he's batting right now. That's 1. Swung on, hit high, but pulled foul. The seats down the left field line.
What about the big donkey? Adam Dunn.
Adam Dunn. Do you remember him playing for the Diamondbacks?
I do.
2008, maybe? 462 of them. Breaking ball down and away. Didn't go. 1 ball, 1 strike. So Suarez and Dunn, you have 1 left. You have to get 1 more. There's only 1 more. 2-1. Soroka's 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Fastball over the outside corner. Gino grounded to third his first time up. He has 5 hits over the last 3 games. 2-2 pitch. Down and away on a breaking ball. Count runs full, 3-2.
300 jacks, huh?
Mm-hmm. I think the last guy you need to get. Swung on, whacked to center field, but right at Waldschmidt. He started back, came in, and then just stays and makes the catch.
I'm going to throw a guess out there because I don't know. I'm not even sure.
What are his initials?
Huh?
What are his initials?
RS.
Say the name.
Reggie Sands.
Bingo! 3 for 3. My man. Look at you. 305 home runs. Red from 91 to 98. Reds Hall of Famer. Played with the D-backs in their first year. Swung on and it's popped up foul. Right side. That will end up out of play. Actually, not their first year. He played with the Diamondbacks when they won the World Series in 2001. That was not their first year. Their first year, wasn't it 98?
Yeah, I can't remember.
Well, good job. That's good.
This stuff all runs together after a while.
Tell me about it. 0-1 pitch to Marte. Right in there for a called strike. Noelvi Marte struck out in the third. That was his first time up. He is hit safely in 5 straight.
I think he's going to get a slider off the plate here. Just a hunch.
Here's the 0-2. Nope, fastball high.
Now he'll get one off the plate. That was just a little setup.
Uh-huh.
Little teaser.
Soroka's 1-2. Ground ball headed for short. Up with it, Perdomo. He'll make the play in time to get Marte. It was another fastball.
All fastballs.
2 gone in the 5th, and that'll bring Tyler Stevenson to the plate.
And when you've got a sinker that goes straight down and it's short, quick, and late, you can't really tell that his ball is sinking when you just watch it, but you can tell by the way that hitters hit it.
Tyler Stevenson takes a first pitch breaking ball. Now that had a lot of movement to it. That was kind of a big looping breaking ball, and it drops in for a called strike. 0-1 on Stevenson. 0-1 pitch is rolled to the shortstop, or third baseman. Arenado gloves and throws in plenty of time to get the out. And again, the Reds are up and down in order. Soroka's now retired 7 straight since Edwin Arroyo's.
If you're feeling crabby, check out some of these wild and weird moments from around the league.
Since going to tag out Bowers, who had the crab crawl back toward first base.
Is this 1-1-1-3 on the putout?
Of course, catching it is one thing.
Whoa!
Go through the 5-hole?
Yeah, it sure did. Now that's what you call really struggling.
Now let's see some animal instincts on display in the field.
Nico! Behind the back. What a play!
Get a load of this.
Say hey, Austin Martin right.
He made an incredible catch.
And a liner caught by a leaping Bobby Witt Jr.
No question about that one.
Robles over, goes to a dive, and makes a tremendous catch.
Oh, I didn't give him a shot off the bat to come down to that baseball. Oh, highlight reel stuff from David Hamilton.
How about that?
All your favorite games from MLB Play are back, bigger, bolder, and better than ever. Test your skills with daily puzzles like MLB Pickle, the Ultimate Mystery Player Challenge, and Immaculate Grid, where stats and strategy collide. Then in Spinball, build your roster, take on your friends, and compete for the weekly prize. Or be the first to beat the streak and hit your way to the $5.6 million jackpot. Plus, the all-new Daily Walk-Off. Lock in your players by category for the walk-off win. The game's official home for games is MLB Play. Only on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Brett Lauder kind of sailing along. 5 innings so far. He's allowed just 1 run. He has thrown 81 pitches as he goes back to work in the 6th inning. Before he does, let's pause for station identification up and down the Reds radio network. Ball to ball. Looked like a pretty good pitch to the left-handed hitting Pavin Smith, but it's 1-0. Smith is 0 for 2. A pop out and foul ground to the catcher and grounded out to first. Now he swings and fouls it off himself. Straight down, back up off his shoulder. 1-1 on Pavin Smith. The Reds do have activity in their bullpen now with Caleb Ferguson starting to throw. Smith wanding the bat back and forth, waiting. And here's the 1-1 pitch. Smith takes off the outside corner. Talking with Terry Francona today, got an update on Jose Trevino. It looks like his rehab assignment's all wrapped up and he's expected to be activated and will play tomorrow. The 2-1 pitch swung on, line drive, caught at first by Nathaniel Lowe, and there's one gone here in the 6th inning. One out, and now Geraldo Perdomo stands in. Perdomo hit by a pitch in the 2nd, grounded out of the second baseman his last time up. Also, Elly De La Cruz continues to make great progress. He was hitting on the field today before the game. Tito saying yesterday that he's about 90% healed now, so that's an encouraging sign, and he is healing really quickly. That hamstring pitch in for strike. The count is 0-1 on Perdomo. The 0-1. Perdomo takes off the outside.
I think the next step or the next hurdle for De La Cruz to clear is running the bases with some semblance of pace.
1-1 off the plate.
Because the injury was on the right hamstring, and that's the outside leg that's got to provide the torque for the turn around the bases.
Now the 2-1 pitch. Strike in there.
We saw him hit today. All the at-bats, at least from what we saw, were left-handed. And you still have to push off that right leg when you're hitting from the right side against a left-handed pitcher. And I would imagine that's a hurdle to clear as well.
He's been hitting in the cage, but good to see him hitting on the field. And they're still taking it easy with him. They're not going to rush him. The 2-2 off the plate outside, but you know that he wants to push it. And you kind of have to protect him from himself at this point. Emilio Pagan's making progress. He's getting closer. 3 balls, 2 strikes on Perdomo, and the payoff pitch. Swung on, and this is fouled away to the left side. Pierce Johnson sounds like he's not far off.
Yeah, I would say that the Reds desperately need Pagan and Johnson back in the bullpen. They're not going to get Graham Ashcraft, at least not for a good while.
3-2 off the inside corner for ball 4. Geraldo Perdomo is on for the 2nd time. Hit by a pitch, a ground out his last time up, and now a 1-out walk. And the Diamondbacks have 1 on with 1 out in the 6th. And the batter's Tommy Troy. The good news is, though, that Elly is feeling good. He actually went up to Dayton the other day and watched the Dragons game. Swing and a miss. Strike 1 to Tommy Troy, and the count 0-1 on Troy. while he was there. There was a walk-off. Now the pitch cut on and missed. A walk-off steal of home. A straight steal.
Keen Vu.
Pretty cool. We saw Keen Vu a little bit in spring training.
He's having a heck of a start to his year.
0-2 pitch, up and away, and it's a 1-ball, 2-strike count on Tommy Troy.
TJ Friedel's hitting the ball well down in AAA.
He is. He's on a roll right now, too.
8 ball games, 353, a couple of home runs, 4 doubles. The first couple of ball games were kind of a work in progress, and since then he's made some significant adjustments, and he's smoking it.
Question is, how long do you feel like you need to let him go down there? Now a huge lead, and Lauder steps off, no throw, and that's a second disengagement. How long do you feel like you need to let him go before it locks in and you can bring him back up here and have that same kind of success? Because you want him to get back here. Runner goes. The pitch cut on and missed, and down on strikes Tommy Troy. No throw to second, so a stolen base for Perdomo, his 10th. Because you want him to come back. You want TJ Friedel, when he gets back here, to have success so he can feel good about himself. I think that's going to be the end of the line for Rhett Lauder. Terry Francona is on his way to the mound.
Well, this was the Rhett Lauder that we are used to seeing. I thought he was on his game today. Best.
So Rockies is really like where my major league career really took off. You know, it was a special time in my life, 7 years with the team. And this jersey in particular, 2018 postseason patch on it here. So I've always kept all these jerseys with the patch on them because that's what it's all about, is getting to the playoffs and trying to win the championship. You know, the black jersey with the cutoff, not a lot of teams rock the cutoff anymore, but this is a jersey we wore all the time in Colorado.
Time for the great mascot race. Here's the pitch. And they're off. They're neck and neck. Look at them go. Listen to the cheers. They're heading for home. It's too close to call. Here's the play at the plate. It's Screech. Congratulations on winning the great mascot race.
Investments, our one-on-one guidance is customized for your needs today and in the future. Western and Southern, life insurance, retirement, and investments. Visit westernsouthern.com/rest assured to get started today.
Ever smiling, ever gentle on my mind.
The Reds out of this 6th inning situation. Runner at second base, Perdomo.
Ferguson comes set, looks at second. Now he throws to Adrian Del Castillo, and the pitch is in there for strike call, and the count's 0-1 on Del Castillo. He struck out both times facing Rhett Lauder today. Once swinging, last time looking, and the 0-1. Check swing foul into the net above the third base dugout. 0-2. Reds were 0 for yesterday, 0 for 7 with runners in scoring position. The Diamondbacks had a couple of hits, but more chances. They have gone 0 for 4 so far in this game with runners in scoring position. Ferguson's 0-2, too high with that fastball, way upstairs. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Well, Del Castillo has struck out twice today. That was against a right-hander, and he's down 1-2 to a left-hander here.
The 1-2 pitch, fouled back again. Still a 1 ball, 2 strike count on Adrian Del Castillo. Ferguson sets ready. Couple looks, and now the 1-2. Good breaking ball, strike three called. He froze him.
A little paralyzer.
Down on strikes, Adrian Del Castillo. Third time today that he's been a...
We have a couple things out here for the first acknowledged unassisted triple play. And Cy Young said, Neil, where are you going? He said, 3 outs.
Neil Ball had a fairly short career as a big leaguer, but continued playing in the minors, where he encountered true baseball royalty.
Now we're going to connect to Babe Ruth.
He dominated the game like no one else had before.
I'm holding Babe Ruth's bat.
During a 1934 baseball barnstorming tour of Japan, Ruth faced 17-year-old pitcher Eiji Sawamura. Sawamura became a hero in Japan, and the Nippon Professional Baseball League's version of the Cy Young Award bears his name. Maeda won the award in 2010 and again in 2015, when the runner-up was Shohei Ohtani.
First pitch crushing! Oh, man!
Like the 3 outs of a triple play. It all connects.
Go to baseballhall.org to plan your visit to the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown, New York, and catch every episode of Hall of Fame Connections on MLB.tv.
Some overnight oats right before the game. My teammates look at me like, what are you doing, dude?
My mom's cooking, probably. She makes some good. She's got a tuna fish casserole. That's pretty good.
Okay, I went 5 for 5. I need to eat the same thing. Last time, Saturday, I ate arepa with eggs, and then next day, I gotta eat arepa with eggs. So my mom make it for me, and then when my mom is with me,
everything's good.
I save a lot of money.
Estamos leyendo.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Reds. Make it an affordable summer road trip with deals and adventures across Cincinnati and Northern Kentucky. Plan your Reds, white, and blue getaway at visitcincy.com.
Sixth, that is 9-1-2. This is part of the order that got the Reds a run. Swing and a miss. Strike one on a fastball to Matt McLain. 0-1 on McLain. McLain doubled down the left field line, his only other time up. Then he came around to score a batter later on Edwin Arroyo's base hit into right. McLain takes upstairs. The count is even now. 1 ball, 1 strike. Soroka's 1-1. And he fires in a cutter for a strike call. 1 ball, 2 strikes on McLain. Chase Petty begins throwing now in the Reds bullpen in this 1-1 tie. The 1-2. And McLain goes the other way now with a fly ball to right field. Just got a little carry, but it hangs up for Corbin Carroll to move over and make the catch. He can cover some ground out there.
Yes, he can. He gets a great jump.
The wrong guy to pick on. One out here in the 6th, and back to the top of the order, Edwin Arroyo, who singled home McLain in that 3rd inning. So he is 1 for 1. He's been on both times he's been up. A hit by pitch and a base hit, breaking ball in for a strike. Arroyo's now hit safely in 5 straight. It's a 5-game hit streak for Arroyo over about 8 or 9 games. Oh, 1 pitch, swinging and a miss, because he's played in some games that he didn't get an at-bat in. So, it's a little misleading. But when he's been in there and he's gotten a chance, he's found a way to get on base and get a hit. Just like today. Soroka out of the windup, and it's been nice and easy for him. The pitch to Arroyo, breaking ball, good one, down and in, cut on and missed. Arroyo strikes out. That's the first strikeout for Soroka since before McLain's double with 2 outs in the 3rd. It's his 5th strikeout of the game overall. Now 2 gone here in the 6th inning. Soroka has retired 9 straight. Now J.J. Bleday takes a breaking ball down and in. Here he comes with the 1-0 pitch. And Bleday watches a strike on a cutter over the outside corner. I don't remember him using the cutter a whole lot earlier. He's kind of breaking that out here lately. 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1 pitch. Bleday grounds it foul, first base side. Ball and 2 strikes on J.J. Bleday.
Yeah, we saw a lot of sinker changeup combination through the first 5 innings of the ball game. An occasional slider, but we're starting to see more of a cutter here in this inning.
The 1-2. Too high, fastball upstairs. And I know there's a couple of ways to think about that, and one of them is throw all your pitches early so they're there when you need them. But there's also a school of thought, hold something back for later. 2-2 pitch. Just off the outside corner. Now the count runs full on Bleday. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Of course, that's not something that everybody can do. Some guys struggle with that. Soroka's been at it for a while now. The payoff pitch. Backdoor breaking ball, strike 3 called. Soroka strikes out 2 and another.
The captain, Derek Sanderson Jeter, is one of the winningest players in Major League history. He was wearing these very batting gloves when he notched one of those most memorable hits, the 3,000th of his career.
Are we supposed to spit in them like they do the batting glove?
No spitting. This is a non-spitting museum.
He's just the second player in history whose 3,000th hit was a home run. The first was a former teammate from the Yankees' 1996 World Series championship team. But before he began his Cooperstown-bound career, Boggs would cross paths with another future Hall of Famer. September 6, 1995, the Iron Man played his 2,000th 131st consecutive game, surpassing the unbreakable record of the Iron Horse.
Now that's how you pass the torch. Go to baseballhall.org to plan your visit to the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown, New York, and catch every episode of Hall of Fame Connections on MLB.tv.
You know, in Boston, every now and then, you'll do those throwback days where you bring out the big baggy jerseys, and the baggier, the better. When I broke into the league, everybody was wearing really baggy pants, and then as the years go along, I started wearing these skinny, mini, tight pants that looked like they were painted on. So by the time I was with Boston, I really wanted to wear the baggier, the better. We just wanted to be flying around in the outfield there, having a good time.
They say it's a game of numbers, pero el flow es completamente otra ciencia. Esto es flow mayor.
Left-hander Caleb Ferguson back to the hill for the Reds. Ferguson came on to strike out Adrian Del Castillo to finish the 6th inning. And he gets Ryan Waldschmidt, strike 1 over the inside corner. Good fastball from the left-hander Caleb Ferguson. It is Waldschmidt, then we go back to the top of the order and the switch hitter in Marte, left-handed hitter in Corbin Carroll. Breaking ball that's going to bounce all the way to the backstop. 1 ball, 1 strike count. Reds only have 2 hits today, but they do have a run. And that's good enough to keep it tied at the moment. Pitch, swing and a miss. Fastball upstairs, and Waldschmidt comes out of his shoes to try to make contact. The high hold from Ferguson. The pitch. Fouled to the right side, out of play. This has not been an overwhelming exhibition of offensive prowess here in these first 1+ ball games. Fly ball to left. Bleday will have it, and there's 1 down. So now back to the top of the order in Marte. Marte, the switch hitter, will bat from the right side here against Caleb Ferguson. Sharp hit ground ball by Marte his first time up. It just happened to go right into the glove of second baseman Matt McLean. He is singled to right, and he is hit the ball off the pitcher that trickled away from the starter, Reagular. First pitch off the plate, 1-0. And Ferguson back to the dish. He's going to miss downstairs. 2 balls and no strikes. Ferguson, long hold at the top of the set, and he just misses off the outside corner. 3-0 here to Marte. Ferguson back to the plate. Gonna miss down and in. That will be ball 4. So a 1-out walk to the leadoff batter, Marte. Now, Marte does not have a stolen base on the year, but he is quite fleet of foot. And he can steal a base if he has to. He just hasn't wanted to do so yet. So here's Corbin Carroll, 1 for 3 today. Homered his first time up. And the pitch, and that's going to miss outside. It's a 1-ball, no strike count. Moreno, a right-handed hitter, waits on deck to be followed by Nolan Arenado. Reds need a double play here, and that'll be a tough double play to turn with the speedy Corbin Carroll running. Called a strike, challenged by Carroll.
The batter is challenging the strike call.
And it will be a ball.
Oh, it's the ball.
Fastball down and away. And it will be a 2-ball, no strike count here to Carroll. Ferguson sets, looking right at Marte at first base. To the plate. Breaking ball just, and Tyler Stevenson to challenge.
I think that'll be a strike.
Yep. So the Reds will win yet another challenge. 2 challenges here in this at bat. Makes it a 2-ball, 1-strike count here to Corbin Carroll with Ketel Marte at first base. The pitch off the outside corner. No challenge here. Those things are coming in bunches now. 3-ball, 1-strike count to the plate. Swing and a miss. Fastball middle in, and Corbin underneath it.
Well, I think the hitters are starting to realize the strike zone a little better now. It's getting zeroed in.
3-2 pitch coming. Ferguson sets. He'll turn it loose. It's Tapper towards second. Quickly in, and no play for Matt McLean. Corbin Carroll can get it down the line, and his speed was a benefit to him in that instance. McLean came in rather quickly. He got the baseball, and there was just no place for him to go with it. So it appears that's going to be all she wrote for Caleb Ferguson as Terry Francona is headed to the mound. We'll have a new pitcher coming on. We'll tell you all about him when we come back. We are tied 1 apiece, Reds and Diamondbacks, here on the Reds Radio Network.
You know, there are a few things. On the mound for the Marlins, it is Yuri Perez. The 22-year-old won't turn 23 until April 15th, and last season had a 4.25 ERA. Those numbers are very deceiving because he had a really strong finish. Perez has got him 0-2. See ya.
That's the old good morning, good afternoon, and good night, and all on heaters. When you got it going, stay with it.
3-2 right there, called strike 3.
The 4-seamer, which he'll throw probably over 50% of the time.
Nobody on, 2 out. The 2-2 pitch from Perez to Rumfield. Called strike 3. Look at the emotion from Yuri Perez in his season debut. Yuri got him with a fastball. He gets the approval of Sandy Alcantara. 7 innings for Perez.
Yeah, and it's really amazing when you say he's still just 22 years old.
Fourth appearance, his second out of the bullpen. He is our Reds Wober's Mustard pitching change. Wober's Mustard. Let's put some mustard on it. Last time out of the pen for Petty, it was not pretty. And he's got runners at first and second base with a right-handed hitting Moreno at the plate. We're tied at 1. Reds and Diamondbacks, game 2 of this 3-game series. First pitch is a strike from Petty. No ball, 1 strike count. Back to the plate, swing and a foul off the catcher Stevenson, and Petty quickly ahead at no balls and 2 strikes. Actually, I think that caught home plate umpire Lance Barksdale, not Stevenson. Yes, it did catch Barksdale right on the mask flush, knocked his mask off. You could see Stevenson turn around quickly to ask if he was okay. No balls and 2 strikes. Petty comes to the set, eyeballing second pitch, fastball way high. Moreno says, I don't think I'll swing at that. Moreno's 2 for 3 so far today. He's hit the ball hard every time. He is lined to right. He is singled to right. He is doubled to right center. The pitch, that hit him. That was a breaking ball, and it hit Moreno. Looked like it hit him in the left elbow. It was way inside. There was no getting out of the way of that one. So the bases will be loaded. Just judging by the reaction of Moreno, like it caught him in the funny bone. Of course, I don't know why they named it that, but actually that was not a breaking ball. That was a changeup.
He's pretty heavily armored there, too. I think somehow that might have found its way around the pads. His left arm is armored all the way from his elbow to his wrist.
Well, Moreno aboard via the hit by pitch. Marte reached on the walk. He's at third. Carroll singled. He's at second. And here's Nolan Arenado with 1 down here in the Diamondback 7th. Pitch to the plate. Swing and a miss. Good sinking fastball down and in. You do not want to hang anything off speed to this guy. No ball, 1 strike count. Petty with the set, the pitch. Swing and a miss. Good changeup. Down and away, and Arenado going after it.
Not exactly hitting for a big average with runners in scoring position, but doing a lot of damage. Pretty good OPS.
No ball, 2 strike count. The pitch. Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. It was the changeup. Yeah, that's quite a gutsy pitch for the right-handed youngster Chase Petty, especially after you hit Moreno with that same exact pitch. He throws it to Arenado, and he just comes up empty. 2 down.
Just kind of teased him with it. Tried to give him a little bait out there off the outside corner, and Arenado took the bait.
Here's Pavin Smith, a fly ball into right field towards the corner. Steer is there. He'll make the catch, and a nice 2 outs by Chase Petty.
They say it's a game of numbers, pero el flow es completamente otra ciencia. Mi trabajo es sencillo, cachar ese ritmo que solo nuestra gente tira y regarlo por toda la temporada. Flow mayor is where all those rhythms meet. Porque el flow no es de un solo jugador, es de un corillo entero que prende estadio. De San Diego a Santo Domingo y cada parada en el camino. Cuando estamos activos, la liga sube de nivel. Esto es Flow Mayor.
It's Alertis Gurriel Dawn.
That's a nice touch.
Pena power.
The perils of wearing earrings when you've got netting on the field.
That young fan, not a Newtbar fan.
What a present for mom.
Oh my goodness, look at this guy.
Uso, yeah, Jay Uso, yeah.
And then just shot putting it. Not blocking, there's nobody on base.
There's a little debate for Domo and Kim watching the replay together.
That's beautiful, isn't it?
To 88171. Rumpke. Waste and recycling done right.
Hey Reds fans, it's Dan Horde. Grater's new limited time flavor is peanut butter and clouds. Peanut butter ice cream with clouds of marshmallows. It's as good as it sounds and won't last long. In scoop shops and at Graters.com.
The ball game, and he has been rocking the Reds here this afternoon. First pitch swinging from Sal Stewart. He comes up empty. No ball, 1 strike count. 6 innings of 2-hit, 1-run baseball, and has not walked a batter. Mike Soroka, swing and a miss. Sinker inside.
Good news for the Reds is their 2 hits came in succession.
That was McLean and Edwin Arroyo back in the 3rd. And they came with 2 outs. Popped up, foul down the right field line. That'll head in the seats and out of play. '87th pitch for Soroka. Breaking ball hit high into the air. Right center field. Waldschmidt is there. He'll make the catch. 1 down. So here's Nathaniel Lowe. Now Lowe last time up had a great swing on a pitch. It looked like he got it and must have hit it off the end of the bat because it was a fly ball to the right fielder Corbin Carroll. If he maybe can wait a tad longer here, maybe he can do some damage. Backdoor breaking ball from the right-hander Michael Soroka right over the outside corner. It's a no ball, 1 strike count. Back to the plate he comes. Up and away with a fastball. One ball, 1 strike count. Reds looking for their 3rd hit of the afternoon. They only have 2. Fouled to the left side, out of play. 1 ball, 2 strike count. Soroka has not walked a batter today. We knew that of him coming into this game, that walks were going to be at a premium. And the Reds have just not quite gotten to that level. Ground ball just foul down the left field line. Boy, that would have been something. One and 2. Soroka back to the dish. Curveball, strike 3 called right over the outside corner. The backdoor hook.
He's just putting everything where he wants to right now.
Yeah, the backdoor breaking ball, that's a free strike all day, every day. If I had $1 for every time I'd said that. It is what it is. Here's Spencer Steer. One hopper, backhanded Perdomo. Quick throw in time, and another 3-up, 3-down inning for Michael Soroka. Boy, has he had the Reds number here this afternoon.
Ohtani drives the ball to left center field and deep and gone. Wow. But the Dodgers drop 9 in the first inning.
Tanner Bybee, 8 innings in the books of shutout baseball. Tonight's game, what a performance.
And it's the PCA show here at Wrigley.
4 hits, 2 game-tying home runs. The Cubs done their last out, and PCA delivers.
Tommy Troy's got it. Wow, to catch Tommy Troy. Wow. Yeah, wow is right. You thought Corbin Carroll covered some ground. How about Tommy Troy laying out left? Number 5 in the slam department. Jordan is now leading in all the Triple Crown categories.
He's a big man, and he's built for big moments.
So the museum opened in 1999. Grandpa was just an amazing human being, and we want to share his legacy with the next generation of baseball fans and non-baseball fans alike. I kind of like to have the cards as a reminder, like I can kind of look at his face and see what he looked like that year. It just kind of helps me visualize in my mind what it would have been like to see him play, because I didn't get that chance.
They say it's a game of numbers, pero el flow es completamente otra ciencia. Esto es flow mayor.
Well, it's still tied at 1. We've played 7. Chase Petty back to work. He stranded the bases loaded in the 7th inning. And now he goes to work here in the 8th against Geraldo Perdomo. Petty into his windup, and the right-hander's first pitch on the way to Perdomo. It's strike right over the outside corner. Fastball at 97 miles an hour, and it's 0-1 on the left-handed hitting Perdomo, who has been on twice tonight. He was hit by a pitch his first time up, then grounded to second, walked in his last at bat. Here's the 0-1. Perdomo watches a pitch in the dirt. That'll even the count at 1 ball, 1 strike. Western and Southern Financial Group wants to strike out cancer all season long. Every time a Reds pitcher strikes out a batter, Western and Southern donates to support cancer research, education, and care in the greater Cincinnati area. When it comes to fighting cancer, we're all in this together. Now the 1-1. Ground ball foul, first base side, off the screen in front of the camera well at the far end of the Reds dugout. It's a ball and 2 strikes on Perdomo. Tommy Troy and Adrian Del Castillo will follow. The 1-2. And Perdomo sends one in the air toward the line and left. Nearing the corner, J.J. Bleday is over there. Almost overran it. Actually had to reach back across his body to make the catch on that fly out toward the corner and left. And Perdomo is the first out in the Diamondbacks' 8th inning. That'll bring Tommy Troy up. If you're listening tonight on your car or truck radio, please remember to buckle your safety belt. This message brought to you by the Ohio Department of Public Safety. If you're not buckled up, what's holding you back? First pitch to Tommy Troy is high for ball 1. Troy is 0 for 3. He is flied out to center field, grounded to short. He's also struck out. The 1-0. Troy breaks his bat. It's a 1-hopper to Stewart at third. Waits back on it. Sails the throw off the mark at first. It pulls low off the bag. So that'll be an error on Sal Stewart at third base. I think he tried to rush that throw maybe a little more than he had to. Troy does run well.
Yeah, I thought Stewart did a great job on getting himself in a position to field an awkward baseball. But I'm with you. He tried to throw flat-footed, and it sailed on him.
High and toward home. Now Adrian Del Castillo, runner at first base with one out. The pitch way high and outside. Over the stretch the Reds have been on where they've been struggling. In fact, the Reds have now lost 7 of their last 8. They've committed an error in all 7 of those games. First error the Reds have committed in this game, and now the 1-0 pitch to Adrian Del Castillo. Swing, and there's a line drive caught by McLean at second base, and he looks the runner back to first, and now 2 outs.
That was a bullet.
He smoked it, but fortunately Matt McLean was in a good spot, reacted quickly, moving to his left, and made the catch.
Well, if Tommy Troy had any extra steps there, McLean he would have cut him down.
Boy, you could tell McLean was hoping
he was hoping.
Ryan Waldschmidt, the 9-hole hitter. Runner at first, 2 outs, and the first pitch on the way to Waldschmidt. Breaking ball up under the chin as Waldschmidt leans back out of the way of ball 1. Waldschmidt's 0 for 3. He was struck out looking, grounded out to the third baseman and lined to left. Waldschmidt started his college career at Charleston Southern. Pitch a little bit low, and now 2-ball, no strike count. He wasn't very highly recruited, in fact, out of high school. So he started at a smaller D1 school in Charleston Southern. And then after a year there, transferred to Kentucky and then became a first-round pick of the Diamondbacks. And then turned that into becoming the Diamondbacks' top prospect. Swung on and fouled back. Not bad for a guy that wasn't recruited much out of high school down in Florida. 2 balls, 1 strike to count on Waldschmidt. Sometimes you kind of like those guys that have really had to work for it the whole way and turn themselves into a pretty good player. Still early in his big league career, the 2-1 pitch. And Waldschmidt drives it toward the alley in left center field. That's trouble. That's going to be down for a hit. Over to cut it off as Marte gets it back in to Arroyo, who cuts it off, and around to third and holding is Troy on that double into the left center field gap by Waldschmidt.
Yeah, that's going to bring Matt Tracy to the mound, the Reds pitching coach. That pitch was up, and Ryan Waldschmidt hammered it. If that ball's not cut off in left center field, that's definitely a run and more than likely a triple with the speed of Waldschmidt.
So the visit to the mound, second and third, 2 men are out.
Well, not exactly the part of the order that you want to be in.
No, because now you've got
game on the line.
Ketel Marte, who's been on the last 3 times he's been up with 2 singles and a walk.
And even the out he made was a rocket right at Matt McLean.
Second and third here. Right-hander sets. Petty throws. And he starts him with a changeup on the outside corner for a strike call. Gutsy pitch there. 0-1 the count on Marte. Switch hitter up there from the left side. Now Petty's 0-1. Tried the outside corner with a fastball, but missed away. That'll even up the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Petty got a strikeout and a fly out to strand the bases loaded in the 7th. Just needs an out here. The 1-1. Swing and a miss. Another good changeup. And he had Ketel Marte way out in front. Now it's a ball and 2 strikes. Petty comes set. And here's the right-hander's 1-2 offering to Marte. Swing, and he barely got a piece of that changeup. Fouled it away. Another changeup. The 3rd one that he's thrown in this at-bat to Ketel Marte.
Well, you're not going to sneak a fastball by Marte. He just always seems to be ready for it.
Sam Maul getting loose. The 1-2. Just off the outside corner, tried that sinker, wanted to run it away from the left-handed hitting Marte.
That's a good place to be. You just don't want to miss in.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's Petty with the break even. Swinging a bouncing ball to McLean. He'll wait back, gets a high hop, throws in time to first,
really
inning over.
Nice job.
The Diamondbacks strand 2 more in scoring position here in the 8th. And we go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Still Reds and Diamondbacks.
The MLB app. Yeah, it's got game. This game. These games. All the games. Pre-game. Post-game. And everything in between. This is baseball your way. With real-time stats, scores, breaking news, and custom content that hits every time. Because you choose the teams and pick the players you want to follow. So when they catch it on the field, you catch it on the app.
Te encantan los jugadores. Te encanta el juego.
¡Y se fue!
Ahora puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas, jerseys autografiados y más, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores agregados toda la temporada. Cada artículo es autenticado por MLB para asegurar que lo que llega directamente a tu hogar es original. ¿Quieres una parte del juego? Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Stottlemyre still wants somebody. There's Randy Johnson, the big unit. He towers over everybody. Randy's got to change his cap.
Oh, jeez. There you go. That looks better. Get that D-backs hat on, Randy.
Today and see how easy selling.
Murillo out of the Diamondback bullpen. This will be his 30th appearance. 1-2 with a 2.42 ERA. He's allowed 17 hits in his 26 innings.
Murillo ready to go to work now against Eugenio Suarez, and the first pitch is a fastball sinking in there for a called strike. The count is 0-1. So Michael Soroka ends his outing having retired the last 13 he faced. He threw 92 pitches, 62 of them were strikes. He throws, and an underwater swing of the slider in the dirt. Suarez behind the count 0-2. We're tied at 1 in the 8th inning. Reds and Diamondbacks in the middle game of this 3-game set. It was tied late in yesterday's game. Diamondbacks cashed in on a late error, scored 3 times in the 9th. Went on to win that one 5-2. 0-2 pitch to Suarez. Strike 3 called. Got him looking with a fastball at 100 over the outside corner, about knee high. 100 miles an hour in paint. One gone. That brings up Noelvi Marte, and Marte's 0 for 2 today with his 5-game hit streak hanging in the balance. First pitch, and Marte didn't want to, but couldn't hold up on a first pitch slider down. Strike 1. 0-1 on Noelvi Marte. Drags the bat head across the plate, now waits, and here's the 0-1. Marte watches a strike at the knees, and he's down to the count now. No balls and 2 strikes. Marte will back out of the box and ask for time. So he backs up. Now makes his way back in the box again. No balls, 2 strikes, and here's Murillo's 0-2 pitch. Breaking ball, and Marte swings. It's a high drive, deep left center field. Waldschmidt back. He's out of room. It's gone. Noelvi Marte has put the Reds on top 2-1 in the 8th.
Second home run in this series. He hit a home run last night. He does it again, and this time he puts the Reds on top. Boy, that is big.
An explosive way to extend his hit streak to a modest 6 games. Now with home runs in back-to-back games, Murillo hung a breaking ball in the heart of the plate, and Noelvi Marte did not miss it. Drove it out of here over the 379 sign in left center field. And now Tyler Stevenson, the pitch. Stevenson swings through a fastball, strike one. That'll get Tony Santillan up and throwing now in the Reds bullpen. Murillo home of the 0-1. And Stevenson fouls it away to the right side out of play. The Diamondbacks got on the board early in this game. It was a home run from Corbin Carroll that put them up 1-0. The Reds tied it in the third and now have taken the lead in the 8th. Only the third hit of the game for the Reds.
It is only the second home run that Murillo has given up this year.
Now the 0-2 pitch to Stevenson. Swung on, fouled back, still no balls and 2 strikes. Stevenson grounded to third his last time up after striking out his first at bat. He struck out 3 times in the game last night. The 0-2 pitch. In the dirt outside of the slider. A ball and 2 strikes. Get that great taste of the ballpark at home with JTM's Philly Kits and Fat Tire beer, cheese, and pretzels. Find these game day favorites in your grocery freezer. JTM Food Group. Let's create great dishes together. The 1-2. Stevenson tried to check his swing, couldn't hold up. He went around to the breaking ball in the dirt outside. So Stevenson strikes out. That's the second out of the 8th inning. Now Matt McClain. Marte had not homered until last night. Now he has home runs in consecutive games. Matt McClain laced a double into the left field corner his first time up, then lined out to right center in his last at bat. He takes a slider low for ball 1. Murillo's 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. Things are starting to get serious on the south side of Chicago. They are in the 8th inning. Yoshinobu Yamamoto is perfect right now through 7 for the Dodgers. The pitch is a strike on the outside corner to McClain. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Matt McClain. The 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. So the inning is over. Murillo strikes out 3, but surrenders a home run to Noelvi Marte, which has put the Reds on top 2-1 as we go to the 9th inning here at Great American Ballpark on the Reds Radio Network.
You know, in Boston, every now and then you'll do those throwback days where you bring out the big baggy jerseys, and the baggier the better. When I broke into the league, everybody was wearing really baggy pants, and then as the years go along, I started wearing these skinny, mini, tight pants that looked like they were painted on. So by the time I was with Boston, I really wanted to wear the baggier, the better. We just wanted to be flying around in the outfield there, having a good time.
Taylor going back in front of the wall, makes the catch and bangs into it.
Rayleigh back, he's at the track, he's at the wall, and he makes the catch.
It's hit towards third, caught by Bohm. Ball rattled a bit in his glove, but he hangs on.
Ball on the ground at third. Okamoto dives to stop it. He'll go to the plate and get the lead runner Bohm.
Coming on, Sade Don. He's got to hurry. He slides and makes the play. Beautiful defense out in center.
Slaps one to right field and a diving catch by Nathan Lucas.
And he hits it up the middle behind second. Caught by Rocchio. Dive, steps through. Double play. What a play by Rocchio.
Ground
ground into Suarez on the backhand. Fair position perfectly, and they retire Bogarts.
Back goes Lyle, back goes Cruz on the warning track. Both there, they collide, and Cruz caught the ball.
A line drive, diving catch by Gelof. On the ground, backhanded by Williams. Quick release, throw to first. Dug out by Kurtz, they got him.
Flash of the leather.
Right-hander Tony Santillan out of the Reds bullpen. He is our Reds Wober's Mustard pitching chain. Wober's Mustard. Let's put some mustard on it.
Well, that would be good. Reds have made some changes now. Santillan gets ready to go to work. Noelvi Marte has moved from center field to right field. Spencer Steer from right field to first base, and Dane Myers has taken over in center.
Well, you've got to make some located pitches against this cat. He's already homered one time today. You can't just try to get ahead with a fastball in the middle of the plate.
This cat would be Corbin Carroll.
He can smoke it.
Santillan has allowed 3 hits over 3 innings of scoreless baseball his last 4 appearances. Right-handed pitcher, Carroll, left-handed batter. 2 for 4 today. Santillan sets, he throws. Swinging a weak bouncer foul. First base side, the count is 0-1 on Corbin Carroll. 0-1 the count. Santillan gets the sign, readies at the belt. And the 0-1 pitch up and away, and the count evens now at 1 ball and 1 strike. Santillan from the belt to the plate. The 1-1 pitch. Swung on, and that's fouled back. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Right-hander readies. Here is the 1-2 pitch. Swinging a weak ground ball to McLean. He will move to his right. Fields throws in time to Steer. 1 down in the 9th inning. This copyrighted broadcast is presented by authority of the Cincinnati Reds and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. The accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Reds. This copyright reminder is provided by Dinsmore, the official legal counsel of the Reds. No picnic with Gabriel Moreno. He's 2 for 3. A hit by pitch his last time up, single and a double as well, and he lined sharply to right his first time up. The only time he's been retired. He watches the first pitch breaking ball in the dirt outside. 1-0 on Moreno. Santillan from the belt to the plate, the 1-0 pitch. Too high, fastball upstairs. It's a 2-ball, no strike count. Here's the righty's 2-0 pitch. Breaking ball a little bit too high. It's a 3-ball, no strike count. It's the tying run at the plate. And Nolan Arenado, noted Reds killer, in the on-deck circle. Santillan with the 3-0. Fastball in there. Strike called, 3-1. Moreno twirling the bat around, waiting on Santillan. He has the sign. Now comes set. And the 3-1 pitch on the way. Good breaking ball. Hits the outside corner. A called strike. It's full, 3-2.
It's one of the better breaking balls we've seen from Santillan in some time. Short, quick, late.
3-2. Nobody on, 1 out in the 9th. Moreno uses his timeout, backs out of the box, now eases back in. Santillan has the sign. He comes set, and here's the payoff pitch on the way to Moreno. Swinging a foul off to the right side. That's out of play. Holding it full, 3-2. Moreno digging at the back of the box. He's ready. Slightly open stance. Right-handed hitter waiting on the righty Santillan. Here it comes. Swinging a foul. That one right off the arm of Tyler Stevenson. And he goes down on all fours, grimacing in pain after that. Let's pause for station identification on the Reds Radio Network. It actually hit around the collarbone of Tyler Stevenson off his chest protector. And the reason I thought it was his arm is because he immediately put his arm up to his chest, but he was actually kind of holding where it hit him. But he says he's okay. He's staying in. 3 balls, 2 strikes on Moreno. We'll try the payoff pitch again. Reds are up 2-1, 9th inning. Nobody on, 1 out. Payoff pitch on the way again. And Moreno hits a ground ball to short. Circling around at Arroyo. The throw wide of first, but Steer dives, keeps his toe on the bag, and gets the out.
Boy, that is a rock star stretch by Spencer Steer. Wow. I don't know how he came up with that.
He dove toward right field and somehow keeps his toe on the bag, and no challenge from the Diamondbacks. You want to talk about an incredible Gold Glove caliber play at first. That was it. And Steer clearly had his toe on the bag when he stretched forward and caught it, diving toward right field. 2 down, and now Arenado. This guy has given the Reds plenty of nightmares over the years, but he swings wildly at a first pitch slider a foot outside for strike 1. Santillan comes set. The 0-1. Swing, and there's a weak grounder to short. Arroyo has it, throws right on the money in time, and that's it. Reds win it 2-1. They beat the Diamondbacks and have evened the series. I wouldn't exactly call it an offensive explosion for the Reds this afternoon here at Great American Ballpark, but they scored enough.
Sometimes those close wins can put you back in a good feeling and a good frame of mind. But how about that clutch home run by Noelvi Marte in the bottom of the 8th? Oh, that's got to be a good feeling for that kid.
And it wasn't just the clutch home run of Marte, some clutch pitching from Chase Petty, getting out of a couple of jams. He ended up stranding 4 guys in scoring position. And then it's got to be a good feel-good moment for Tony Santillan to nail down the save, retiring the Diamondbacks 1-2-3.
Reds had it working in all phases of the game here this afternoon.
Final score 2-1, Reds over the Diamondbacks, and we're back to wrap it up right after this on the Reds Radio Network.
Reds fans, ACM and CMA award-winning artist John Party is coming to Great American Ballpark on Wednesday, July 8th as a part of the Ohio Lottery post-game concert series. Cheer on your Reds as they battle the Phillies and stick around after the game for a live set from country music's California Cowboy, John.
All your favorite games from MLB Play are back, bigger, bolder, and better than ever. Test your skills with daily puzzles like MLB Pickle, the Ultimate Mystery Player Challenge, and Immaculate Grid, where stats and strategy collide. Then in Spinball, build your roster, take on your friends, and compete for the weekly prize. Or be the first to beat the streak and hit your way to the $5.6 million jackpot. Plus, the all-new Daily Walk-Off. Lock in your players by category for the walk-off win. The game's official home for games is MLB Play. Only on the MLB app and MLB.com.
The Seattle Mariners have officially found their groove, riding the wave of an amazing run that started in May and has them sailing in June.
And the Mariners sweep the A's.
The secret to their recent success? Power at the plate and dominance on the mound.
Swung on and missed, got him.
The rotation, led by Emerson Hancock, Brian Wu, and Logan Gilbert, has been absolutely electric, shutting down opposing lineups. And while all-star backstop Cal Raleigh remains sidelined, a surge of offensive power has arrived.
A rainmaker to left field. Julio with a bang.
Julio Rodriguez is on fire and flexing his marquee muscle. Throw a locked-in Randy Arozarena and a red-hot Luke Raley into the mix, and you got a lineup firing on all cylinders. Thanks to the run of victories to kick off the summer, Seattle has cruised to the top of the AL West and has the Pacific Northwest rocking. The American League is officially on notice. The Mariners are a problem.
Some overnight oats right before the game. My teammates look at me like, what are you doing, dude?
My mom's cooking, probably. She makes some good. She's got a tuna fish casserole. That's pretty good.
I went 5 for 5. I need to eat the same thing. Last time, Saturday, I ate arepa with eggs, and then next day, I got to eat arepa with eggs. So my mom make it for me, and then when my mom is with me,
everything's good.
I save a lot of money.
Estamos lindo.
Santi on his third save, and the loss goes to Juan Murillo. He falls to 1-3. 2 hours, 22 minutes to play it in front of 27,563 at Great American Ballpark today. Now the series wraps tomorrow. More on that after this on the Reds Radio Network. Two to 1 Reds over the Diamondbacks at Great American Ballpark this afternoon. Here's a look at what's to come tomorrow in the series wrap-up. Reds will be going for a series victory. It's the rubber match tomorrow with left-hander Andrew Abbott on the mound for the Reds today. It was his bobblehead today here at Great American Ballpark. He's 4-4 with a 4.10 ERA. Righty Zach Gallen starts for the Diamondbacks. He's 3-5 with a 5.43 earned run average. First pitch is set for 140. We're on the air at 110 with the Reds pregame show across the network. That's all we have for us. But don't worry, Yid's got plenty more coming up on the Reds postgame show next. For the Cowboy Jeff Brantley, our producer-engineer Dave Yiddy Armbruster, our studio producer Alex Egan back in our network headquarters. I'm Tommy Thrall saying so long from Great American Ballpark, and we'll talk to you again tomorrow afternoon.